Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the FusionFall Retro playthrough. My name is Prizzy. In the last part we started fresh a little bit. We went back and are doing the old guide missions that we didn't do during our main playthrough of the series. Not that we're done yet, we still haven't beaten Fuse or anything, but we're going back and doing at least Dexter's guide missions for now. We'll switch it up and go do the other ones too. But right now we're in the middle of Dexter's, as you can tell by my rad dodgeball armor gear, only available through the Dexter guide mission set. We're back now. Blossom has more guide missions for us to do, and we're just gonna, keep trucking along through the quest lines until we get done with them. So for our nano suggestions today, these were very popularly suggested. I probably should have done the last episode, but I like the other one better. But today we're using forearms, we're using swamp fire, and we're using, for the first time, our new Humongousaur Nano, since we didn't use him since we've gotten him yet. And for this, I'd like to thank Synth Mav, Kate Bowman, Iron Fist, Blade Games, and Douglas Morgan. Thank you guys so much for your suggestions, and I will very appreciate it. So, we have an email from Dexter. Bad Nukes is the name of the next mission in our lineup. Apparently, there's trouble brewing at the nuclear plant in Endsville. Better contact Blossom about it. Whoops, I think I left the Bunsen burner on. Oh, cheeky. Okay, let's talk to Blossom and see what's up. Bad Nukes. Fuse's forces at the cemetery have now reinforced their efforts on the nuclear power plant. I want you to go out there and try to take care of the problem. Okay. Looks like we gotta go back to the nuke plant. That was nice of you to collect Buttercup's scrapbook for Blossom. Is Buttercup still alive? Do you think she's with the other missing superheroes? I wonder. Keep up the good work. I don't think so. Again, we discussed this last part, but I'm pretty sure the whole Buttercup thing happened before Fuse invaded. So, it's not like that really had anything to do with the missing superheroes who went missing after Fuse invaded. But I don't know, maybe, who knows?
Where you headed?
We're gonna go take the scamper to Endsville, because we're now at the point where it's super easy for us to transport from Blossom to other places. And by other places, I mean, exclusively Endsville, and that's it. Since it's so close to the nuke plant anyway, might as well. And we have to feed Jerk-o'-lanterns, which I believe are the ones here, because there aren't pumpkins in the nuke plant. So it looks like we got to defeat ones around Endsville, which makes sense because it's a level 10 mission, and these are level 10 enemies. So we'll use it. Oh, we are ill-equipped. We are very ill-equipped for fighting these Jerk-o'-lanterns, considering all of our nanos are cosmics, but we can still one-shot them regardless. So it's not like it's the hugest deal. We can one-shot them with forearms. I don't think he really cares about them being blast-ons. I mean, I wouldn't care either if I was forearms nano. Humongousaur does damage area, so of course his damage is not going to be as high as a damage point or something, but it's still pretty respectable. Nicely done, but I'm afraid that the plant is reporting a radioactive leak inside. Okay, so we do actually have to go to the plant. I was assuming that we'd have to go to the plant. I was like, it'd be weird if we didn't have to. Go to the infected zone at the plant right away. Well, now I can't stop thinking about, go to the plant, and there's just a big plant, like a leafy plant instead of a nuke plant. That'd be a bit weird. Okay, are you ready? You need to move fast or there will be big trouble. Oh, we have to run. Okay, I do realize that having the Swampfire Nano, on principle, is not very good. Especially because, well, first of all, I have to go inside the infected area and find the leak. I believe it's over at the very end, so we just have to kind of run. It is really, I think, not very optimal to have sneak on Swampfire. I might want to change it to a sleep, just because since we're level 36, there really isn't any monster that we can just can't sneak from unless we're going to fight monsters like Fuse's Lair or something, which is possible but probably not necessary. But I mean, as of right now, sneak is kind of, especially for our purposes here, I'm gonna have him out just so I can say I have him out, but even if I didn't have him out, these monsters wouldn't really attack me. So it's a bit not needed. I don't remember the way to go. I believe you're actually technically supposed to go, because that way leads to a hole. Am I wrong thinking that you're supposed to go this way? I might be wrong, because there's a little gap that leads over to the next part of the plant, which I believe you have to go back here. It's been a minute since I've done Dexter guide missions, so I don't remember exactly where you're supposed to go, to be honest. But I'm really excited to be back in the reactor works, because obviously I know I'm probably gonna have to come back here a couple more times for the other guides, but This is one of the coolest infected zones in my opinion, just in terms of like how big it is to explore. And it looks like it is around the corner here. Oh, it's just a console control panel. You did it. Great job. Come back here so I can give you your reward. Yeah, we get another piece of the Blossom Dynamo set. Probably the shirt, if I would have to assume. No, it's the helmet this time. Okay, we can wear the helmet. I'm not sure if the helmet... Is the helmet a head item or a face item? I guess we could figure that out eventually, but it is a head item. So I can technically still wear my glasses while wearing it, but I don't think it'll look very good. If it'll even look like something at all. It might just... The glasses might clip through. The glasses might also just kind of be hidden behind the mask, which is totally fine considering it's like a helmet that covers your whole head. But let's go figure it out. Again, very easy to kind of just travel back and forth between Blossom and Endsville, which is nice. Obviously, this really only benefits us for like 1 or 2 missions. At least for Dexter's Guide missions. Because after a while, we're going to have to keep going farther and farther throughout the world. But at least for now, it seems kind of nice how we can just kind of pop in and do that. But Blossom, we have returned. At least I think so. Hello. Fuse's forces are gathering all across the suburbs. You did a great job at the graveyard and did even better at the nuclear plant. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with your skill. I want you to take this helmet. It goes with the rest of your armor I gave you. That's true, it does. Let's put it on. Alright, well, I guess we're a guy, so we actually have the brick dynamo set, not the bubble or the blossom dynamo set. It's called the red dynamo helmet, and it will change. It'll be blossom if you're a girl character, and brick if you're a guy character. And obviously, we are a guy character, so we're brick. And unfortunately, our glasses don't clip through. Well, I guess that's good that they don't clip through, but you can't see our glasses while we wear these. The next mission we have is called Relay Race. Dex Labs just sent Blossom some new communication equipment. Go see if you can help her get it set up, okay? Thanks. Dexter. We're trying to improve communications between the wilderness and downtown. I need you to place these communication relays at either end of the suburbs. Okay. Can do. What's Blossom doing? Testing your speed? Well, she's a brutal taskmaster. The only thing I like to run is laboratory analysis. Oh, Dexter, you goof. So we have to go to Foster's. Okay. And it's time, so we gotta be speedy quick. Honestly, don't think we should have a problem getting to Foster's, especially in our imagination mobile. I love how this is a reference to that like SpongeBob episode, like on like obviously it's a cardboard box from like Ed and Nettie, and it's like their brand, but like it's also from that episode of SpongeBob with like the imagination box as well. But they give you plenty of time to do this, especially, like, I'm assuming at this point they assume that you haven't discovered Foster's yet, or you just discovered Foster's, but it's not our first rodeo. We've been to Foster's home plenty of times, so we can kind of just fly there and be no problem. What else did we get? Anything cool? No, I'm assuming that none of the stuff we're going to get for our crates are cool. The only cool things we're going to get are probably the, what's it called? The mission rewards, is what I'm trying to say, from the things. Also, what does our journal say? You need to go to Foster's as quickly as you can and place the communications relay. Use monkey transportation if you have to. Yuck. That's kind of cute. I mean, we are using monkey transportation. We don't have to, but we are. Because it's a lot easier for me to talk when I don't have to worry about playing the game at the same time. So, chilling on the monkeys. Don't have to actually control anything. My hands are off the keyboard and mouse at this point. So you don't have to worry about that one at all. But we've reached, I guess we've already surpassed cruising altitude, and now we're coming in for the landing, because we were kind of at cruising altitude for that whole trip. Now I need you to see how fast you can get the Habitat Homes with the other relay. I was just, oh, okay, so we gotta go all the way back. To be fair, Habitat Homes isn't actually that crazy, especially because we only have to go, we have to go to like the start of Habitat Homes, so it's probably honestly easier to just scamper to Endsville and like walk over, then take the monkey and walk back, just due to the way that the waypoints are placed. So that's probably what we'll be doing, to be honest. But now we're back at it. I actually had a little bit about what I kind of do off the screen, right? I teach labs at my college, my university. I'm a teacher's assistant, a TA, so I kind of like run the labs for the main lecture class. And I had 2 more classes today that I was teaching, and it's really fun. I don't know what that has to do with this. A lot of the things, so a lot of the, what's it called? The assignment for today that I had to assign to, I guess they're students my age, right? So I'm just teaching like a class that I already took. But the assignment for today's lab was you had to go get a screenshot from a TV show or a movie or just an image in general, like from Google Images or something. That like spoke to you or that you resonated with or something, and then you have to go through and like analyze it for like character and plot. The class I teach, by the way, I didn't even mention that. The class I teach is basically like a crash course on like filmmaking almost. So like it teaches you Photoshop, Premiere, Audition, like storytelling elements, like how to make a video, basically stuff like that. Stuff that I'm pretty comfortable doing. And the assignment today was to get an image from a lot of shows, and for examples I used a lot of Cartoon Network shows. Like I used a clip from the Big Picture Show, I used a clip from Samurai Jack, or a screenshot from Samurai Jack, I used a screenshot from there was another one too that I used. But I was actually really surprised with how many other Cartoon Network shows were used. Like there was a Adventure Time one, that was one of my favorites, was the ending of Adventure Time, which obviously I'm not going to say, but that was a really cool one. There's a bunch of other ones too. And also Blossom. That's one of the fastest runs I've seen, at least by someone who can't fly. You already know Blossom. We've been over this multiple times, so I'm just gonna allude to the fact one more time that I am the master weapon. I am like the hero. I guess I'm not really the hero yet. I haven't beaten Fuse, but I am pretty much on the track of becoming a hero. I haven't dealt the final blow to Fuse or anything like I'm supposed to in Prophecy or whatever, but I will say that I am a pretty extraordinary individual. But there were a lot of really cool screenshots from like cartoons and stuff. I know they weren't always Cartoon Network shows, and I was really surprised at the amount of like cartoons that were actually picked for shows, because I thought a lot of them would be like Netflix shows and stuff, and there were plenty of those, but like there were a lot of like cartoons and stuff. Like there was an Avatar one that I really liked. A lot of what was actually really interesting was that none of the shows, or at least I have like, how many students would I say I have? I probably have 40-ish maybe. I think I have like 20 in one class and a little bit over 20 in another, so like around 45-ish. I keep getting mixed up where I'm supposed to go. And none of them had none out of the 45, none of them had a show that was matched. Like obviously none of the images they chose matched, but also none of the shows. So there was one Adventure Time one, there was one Avatar one, there was one Spider-Verse one, there was one, I believe they did like 13 Reasons Why or something, and they just all used different shows, and it was really weird seeing that, because I thought there would at least be like a little bit of overlap, but there was literally none. Also, we're back from the mission, Blossom. Good job placing that communication equipment at Foster's and Habitat Homes. I wanted to see how fast you could move, and you performed really well. You passed my test. You're fast. You're strong. You could fight. I think it's almost time for you to move on. Dexter is still trying to find those missing heroes. This red dynamo armor should help. And, well, let's go put that on before we get to the next part. We have the dynamo armor, which is better than a dodgeball armor by a substantial margin. Now all we need is the weapon. And I believe that's probably the last thing we get from this mission called... Well, let's not do that yet. We have to read the email. I forgot we got an email. See you later, Alternator. That power level tracker that you got from Coop... We didn't get it from Coop. That's... Ooh. That might be... Ooh. I actually haven't known that. Oh. That power level tracker that you got from Coop needs repair. This is why you read the emails. I think I had something in my old lab that might do the trick. Talk to Blossom about it. Let's go do this. Dexter needs a specific item from his old lab to fix the power level tracker, but I think it was stolen by Fusion number 3. She's at Charles Darwin Middle School. Okay. We also got another email from Dexter. Once you receive that power alternator, I need you to bring it to me alongside with the power level tracker so I can fix the components. You're doing excellent work. So that is very interesting. The initial email from Dexter had a couple of errors in it that I believe aren't actual errors. Well, they are errors, obviously. They're wrong information, but I don't think it was I don't think it was like intentionally wrong. I believe that those are probably strings from way back when, from early developments of a lot of the missions than what is currently like in the game. I'll explain that in a second, because he said in there that you got to get the power level tracker from Coop, and you also have to go to his old lab to get the alternator. Where in reality, we got the power level tracker from Double D, and we actually have to go to Habitat Homes. And apparently Fusion number 3 stole it, which is also weird too, and I'll explain that as well. What I assume was initially the plan was that you had to go to Coop and get the power level tracker, and then for now you had to go to Dexter's old lab, and obviously the levels for that don't really line up because Dexter's old lab is like a level 7 area, and Coop is in Goat's Junkyard, which is like a level 10 area. So they probably wrote it before looking at the map and realizing like what was possible, and then they obviously had to like swap some things around to make it happen. The more interesting thing, I think, is probably the thing that it is Fusion number 3. Also, we missed... Why does it always make you go to this location over here in Habitat Homes? I probably should have checked that before I actually left, but we can go right over there. But I think the really interesting thing about that was how it said Fusion number 3 has stolen the power, or the power alternator, is that what it's called? Because initially... Oh, maybe we do need sneak if these guys are attacking me. Initially... in very early development of I wouldn't even say the game. I think this is probably pre-gameplay development. This is really more like planning on like documents and stuff. Initially, guide missions were going to be how you fought fusions. You need to find the cyclamenters that stole Dexter's power alternator. They are over this way. But from what I remember reading about and researching a bit, initially, guide missions were a lot more important than they are now. Obviously, they're still important. They all have a story. But that was really... Guide missions were the way that you got nanos and the way that you fought fusions, essentially. It was that you'd pick a guide, and the guide would kind of... Essentially, the story would be completely different. Like, the whole plot line would be completely different depending on what guide you chose. So, you can obviously see why that was changed, because... if you have a game where the story is dependent on one choice that you make at the beginning. That's it. Superb work. Fuse's army will be talking about that for weeks. I don't think they can talk, Blossom. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna be the one to say it. I don't think they can talk. But essentially having 3 whole stories be locked behind guides, and obviously you can change your guides, but like I think about it from like a not a consumer per se perspective, but like a gameplay perspective from like someone who's just playing the game. You're most likely not going to know that the story is completely different depending on the guide you chose, or if you do know it's different, you're probably not gonna know how different it is, just how different it is. You might think there'll be some changes here and there, but basically the way that the old plans for development kind of were, it seemed as if you basically only got certain nanos for going on a certain guide mission. And I don't know if guide changing was actually a thing back then, to be fair. So, essentially, there were 36 nanos, right? 36 divided by 4 is some number. No, not 13. That is not even close to correct. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So there were 9, basically, nanos that you would get per guide. And I don't know if you could switch guides, so it might have just been 9 nanos, and you just pick your favorite guide and do 9 nanos or something like that.
Where you headed?
Very interesting concept. Obviously, you can see a couple of the reasons as to why it, ended up getting changed the way it did, and I think it's obviously a lot better this way from what it currently is, because I want all the content. Obviously, guide missions are sick, but obviously it's not like a hindrance to the story if you don't do certain guide missions or you just skip a guide quest line. Whereas in this game, you'd probably miss out on like 9 nanos if it was kind of how it was originally planned. But let's return this power level tracker to Blossom and see what she has to say about that.
You ready for a mission?
The busted power level tracker they got from Double D needs a new power alternator. They got it right this time. Good job getting it back from Fusion number 3's goons. They also fixed that. You don't actually get it back from Fusion number 3, you get it back from her goons.
Awesome work.
I've done everything I can do for you. You need to continue the search for the world's missing heroes. Take this weapon to help, and please tell Dexter that I say hello when you see him. Okay.
See you later.
So, the next thing we have to do is called Dexlab's Delivery. Please contact Dexbot Q12 at City Station right away. Something is preventing the delivery of the power level tracker. I am certain Fuse and his monsters are somehow to blame. Yeah, that's a pretty standard, way to, or that's a pretty reasonable thing to blame something on. If something's going wrong in the Cartoon Network universe circa this year, Just blame Fuse. Blame Fuse, and it's like, it's super easy. Unfortunately, Blossom does not give you the mission to go talk to Dexbot Q12. I thought she did. I thought that was like a task to go talk to him, but apparently you kind of just like go do it. So I'm going to equip the Broccoloid Blaster, which is, I believe, a pistol. Yes, it is. And look at that. Look at this set. I guess we're the Brick Dynamo set. We also have to go to City Station now. We've made it to downtown. I think a lot of Dexter's missions take place downtown, because Dexter's downtown, Grimm's downtown. Grimm will be the next mission giver, essentially, for us. Where is Dexbot Q12? Here he is. Dex Labs delivery. Warning, street grinders are preventing Dexter from initiating delivery of the repaired power level tracker. Street grinders must be eliminated. Proceed? Question mark. Yes, of course. Thank you for delivering that equipment to Dexbot Q12. I have nearly completed that. We didn't deliver the equipment. I have nearly completed the repair of the power level tracker, but I cannot get a fix on your location. Monsters in the area are interfering with my comm equipment. Well, we can take out 6 street grinders real fast. They're literally just right below us, so it's no big deal there. Oh, and they're Adaptium. Oh, it's over. It's over for them. They don't even stand a chance. I'm going to keep Humongous Star out, because Humongous Star is a really cool nano. I love how big he is. He's a lot bigger than the average nano. So it looks really cool. I don't know, I like his proportions flying next to you. That's a really weird thing to like about this nano, or a nano in general, I guess. But that's something I've noticed. A lot of nanos are like super small. Excellent, please report back to me. And Dexter sent another email? Oh, Mandark sent us an email. Good job. I've got a fix on Dexbot Q12's location again. I will send the power level tracker to him as soon as it's ready. Oh, hold on. Oh, this is wrong. It's not an email from Mandark. Hold on, read it. I never noticed this before. I got a fix on Dexbot Q12's location. I will send the power level tracker to him as soon as it's ready. I was thinking this is way too cheery for Mandark. In the meantime, look for a reward from our friend Grimm. And, it's from Mandark. And it's signed Dexter. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. I had no idea that that was like a problem in the game. That's kind of funny. That seems like such an insignificant thing too. Like, oh well, like I wouldn't even know the first thing to go about doing to like fix that. And also, does it really matter if we fix it? It's like a Dexter guide email. Obviously, we want to fix it, but like, that's so crazy how I don't think I've ever seen anyone like say that's wrong. I guess I might just be looking in the wrong places. Like, I'm sure someone has probably seen that before, because I'm sure someone has gone through and read all the emails. But that's really funny. But okay, Mandark, we will. I mean, Mandark, not Mandark. We will definitely take this power level tracker to Dexbot Q. Actually, we don't even have to take it. Dexter's just kind of like delivering it to him. We don't have to do anything. We just kind of got to clear things. Mission accomplished. Dexter can now initiate delivery of the power level tracker. Please stand by. Excellent work. Dexter will deliver the repaired power level tracker shortly. Please stand by. Okay, he said that already. We got the Grim mask from that, didn't we? Yes, we did. The skull mask, not the Grim mask. And we can't actually wear it with the dynamo head, so we're going to take it off and look weird. I don't like the way the skull mask looks, if I'm being honest. It looks like he just has buck teeth. It doesn't look like he's a skull at all. The next one is Miss Missing. I love this mission name, by the way. This is definitely like a top 10 mission name, I think, Miss Missing. I have repaired the power level tracker and sent it to Dexbot Q12 for testing. Meet him at City Station. We can test the device by tracking Buttercup. Okay, power level tracker now available for testing. Buttercup's power signature fully uploaded. Warning, lock-on system suboptimal. Objective, locate Buttercup. Okay. Greetings, I've uploaded Buttercup's power signature to the power level tracker. If she's in the area, you should be able to find her. Unfortunately, the device can only lock onto a target for a limited amount of time. I'm still working on fixing this. Good luck. So we have to go follow the tracking signal, which is, I believe, you just so you can start out at the same point. You have to start out like down here. So this is where it starts. I believe it's timed. The power level tracker seems to have locked onto a building in the area. Okay, so no, you gotta climb up to the top. This is just vertical limits again, I'm pretty sure. The altitude is extreme. You must follow the source to the top. Okay, so according to this power level tracker thing, Buttercup is atop this very building. You know, oh, it's raining really hard outside. I was wondering what that noise is. It is like pouring, I think. Yeah, that is some heavy rain. I apologize. Oh, I just missed the platform because of that. Oh, I was looking out my window and I missed the platform. Luckily, this one should come down pretty soon, I think. Or maybe this one over here. I apologize for that. I was too busy looking out my window at the torrential downpour happening that just like appeared outside my window. You understand. But what I was gonna say is, listen, if Buttercup is supposed to be on the top of this building here, I've read the wiki a couple of times. I have, you know, I would say that I've played through this game more times than a lot of people on this planet. I don't think Buttercup's on top of this building. It's just a hunch, just a wild guess from me. But I really don't think so. I apologize if you can hear this rain, because it is super loud for me, and I have like headphones on. So if it's loud for me, I imagine it's probably loud and being picked up by the mic. So I apologize if you can hear whatever is happening up there. And it seems like it's getting louder and louder every time. I need to find a platform to take me up to the top. And I don't know. I believe there's one that comes like over here. But I don't remember. It might be over here too. Oh yeah, one right here. Perfect. Let's load on. And then Buttercup's power signature originates from the rooftops of a nearby building. Follow signal. Unfortunate fact, humans cannot fly. Unfortunate fact, that is true. There are some humans who can fly in this game. The part of, you're tracking Buttercup, who is a human who could fly. Unless you want to, she's like a, technically not a human, but... Where's Buttercup? Something is wrong. Let me make some adjustments. Return to the ground. I don't want to return to the ground. If you're just making me climb back up here, aren't you? I've caught on to your tricks, Dexter. Return to the ground while I fix the setting on the tracking device. What level is this mission, by the way? There's some thunder, by the way. This is level 14. I'm sure you could hear that thunder, because that was really loud. This is level 14, so we probably have to go actually find Buttercup. Good, I think I have a lock on her now. Okay. So, I am going to make a wild guess and say that we're actually going to go find Buttercup. She's at the auditorium. They need to move fast before losing the signal. Hurry. So this is actually, I don't believe Miss Missing's dialogue was updated. It might have been, though. I assume that we'll probably find out once we actually get to Buttercup and talk to her. But I don't remember if when we changed, like, the Belladonna plotline, we changed... I know we changed the dialogue for I'm Still Standing and some of the other ones kind of, like, around there, like Fusion... I believe Fusion from Another Planet. I think I listed them off last episode. Fusion from Another Planet, How to Date a Fusion, maybe. But I don't believe we actually did anything for the guide missions for Dexter, so it'll be interesting to see what Belladonna says, because I actually don't remember. And it is, we're actually like going directly to her, so like, let's go and let's go talk to her. Belladonna. Buttercup. The name rings a bell, but there's no way it's mine. I'm Belladonna from the Gang Brigade. You must be mistaken, dude. Okay, we did change this. This sounds like something Dogon would write. Yes, the power level tracker is working. Bring it back to my deck spot. Maybe it's not. Maybe that was original. I don't know for a fact. But that does sound like something we would write. Also, I think it's actually faster if I go over here and just fly back to City Station. Just because... we won't have to like climb the building, and we're already like so close to Orchid Bay that it like doesn't really matter how we're taking like extra time to like run over this way, because it will save us time like having to wait for platforms and climb the building, and then eventually I will miss the platform because I'm trying to look out the window and see what rain looks like, because I've never seen it before, and I can't even see what rain looks like because it's pitch black outside because I'm recording this at nighttime. So there's really no excuse as to why I missed the platform there. Let's go fly. Is he gonna say let's fly because I said it? No, he said the other line. He said hold on to your hat. Dex says we'll repair calibration lock on. Please return power level tracker to me at City Station. This whole mission's kind of a mess, I will be honest. Just the concept. Because, like, it's like, find Buttercup. Oh, we did. We found it. It's working. Oh, we gotta fix it. We gotta fix the calibration. I guess, to be fair, it was like a beta test run, essentially. Because, like, Dexter was like... I'm assuming what we're doing is we're tracking Buttercup. Which is also just, like, a huge... Just in terms of, like, a plot point. Just, like, finding... We just found Buttercup. Like, we essentially, like... assuming that we're doing this in order, like we picked Dexter from the start, and we're doing this in order, we just found Buttercup, which is like the MacGuffin that we've been looking for like this whole time. And like, we're not going to tell Blossom about it or the professor or anything, or like the authorities or like the press. We're just going to be like, yeah, okay, cool. Now we can use it to find Major Glory instead. That's something that I always thought was kind of odd, but I'm not going to rag on it too much because I understand. Like, you know, I don't want. It's not that deep. That's normally my response to anyone who is like, well, why is the FusionFall plot like this? I'm just gonna be like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Don't think about the overcomplicated like plot holes or anything. It's not that deep. And that actually kind of like that kind of can be applied for like literally anything of the sort as well. That's some quality advice you got there. It's not that deep. Don't think about it like it's that deep. Oh, okay. See, wasn't that better? It might have honestly taken longer. I can't tell. Let's return the tracker to Dexbot. Did we get an email? We didn't. Okay. Mission accomplished. Blossom and Bubbles will be notified that their sibling is alive after the power level tracker is repaired, of course. Okay. Now we have to go find Grim and Orchid Bay. I'm assuming this mission dialogue will update and let us know why. Will it? Maybe? Potentially? There we go. Dexter reports that the Grim Reaper can help with the search for missing heroes. Contact Grim at Orchid Bay while the power level tracker is optimized. Well, we were literally just there, so I'm gonna go fly there. And Orchid Bay. Bada boom, bada bing. Also, this is another reason why this mission is super weird, is because essentially this mission is like basically just writes off all the work that we did for, what's the name of the mission? I'm Still Standing, I believe is the one where you have to go around and tell Buttercup's family that she's alive. But that Dexbot is like, yep, they'll be notified. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. But like, what if you do those missions in like a different order? Like obviously we did I'm Still Standing first. So like when the Dexbot goes to notify Bubbles and Blossom and hopefully Professor Utonium that their family member is alive, they'll just be like, yeah, we're aware, like it's been a minute, but we're aware. Like we found out a while ago. Thanks for the news, Dexter. That would actually be really funny. Of like I'm assuming that would be like a serious enough case where like Dexter would call them personally himself, and like, or no, actually it would be funnier because I'm assuming Dexter also knows she's alive at this point, right? So like imagine like an automated call from like a Dexbot and like Blossom picks it up or something and he's like, just hello, sibling Buttercup has been recently found alive, and she's like, yeah, I know. I don't know how to do like Dexbot speak off the top of my head, but let's go talk to Grim and see what's up.
Would you like a mission?
Buttercup status: alive and well. Sustained amnesia as a result of battle with criminal mastermind Mojo Jojo. Currently rocking with Gangrene Gang. What's that? Dexter is looking for some missing heroes? Well, I might be able to advise, but first, take these shoes. I need a kid to help me with some troubles, and you look like you'll do just fine. Okay. Well, let's put on these shoes and see what's up. I don't think the transition from this set to the skeleton set is a lot less cool than the transition from the dodgeball set to the dynamo set, personally. Just because I guess they're both robotic kind of, and this one is not. It's kind of weird. This is kind of just like the hollow suit but a bit different. But anyway, now that we got to Grim, I feel like it's probably a good place to stop for the episode, just because, you know, we've reached a new character to give us missions. We're about to start, it looks like a series of missions. Don't Lose Your Head 1. And yeah, seems like a great place to end the episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did appreciate the episode, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Also, leave a comment with your thoughts, your feedback, your suggestions for future videos, anything like that. Also, if you want to comment your favorite nanos, pick your 3 favorite nanos and put them in the comments below, and I will pick one of your choices as a nano lineup in a future episode. And make sure you get your favorite votes cast, because there aren't too many episodes left of this series, at least for right now. So if you want to see your nano suggestions, your favorite nanos being used in a future episode, definitely let me know, and I will do my best to use the ones that seem to be quite popular. Also, if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a subscription to the channel with notifications on, I'd really, truly appreciate that. We are like I mean, by the time this is uploaded, we might have already hit 6K. I know we're like super, super close. So, once again, thank you guys so much for all the support and everything. It truly means a lot. And if you guys want to ring the notification bell and subscribe, and then tell me that you did that in the comments below, I'll give you a crispy, crispy shout out in a future episode of the playthrough or video that I do. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with some more FusionFall retro fun. Peace.